Alrighty, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Lenica, and I'm going to be starting this off with my team, Rock Paper Aids. Going to be playing against one of these triple face teams. Not a whole lot of fun, but hopefully it will be a win. I'm assuming he'll start with the Fragment of Anger, and unfortunately we are Fragment of Desire. In that case, I will probably go for an Ethereal. Hope to bait the Soul Rush. The thing about these triple face teams is they're usually actually pretty good players who play them. So they don't use their cooldowns right off the bat. And they'll be kind of smart about using those Soul Rushes. So normally you're not going to get away with Etherealing a Soul Rush, but it's always good to kind of go for that just in case. At this point, not much reason to use either of them, I suppose. Having Rot is absolutely worthless against this guy since he is a triple undead team. So all it's useful for is basically kind of a guaranteed 400 damage, which is nice. Like, that's basically like, they're at that awkward, 300 health mark. A Shadow Slash might kill him, or it might not. So just go for a Rot and you kill him. So before he gets his reflector shield back up, I will go for a flurry. Got a double hit, so that's a little unfortunate. A triple hit here should kill him with a haunt, though. There it is. Perfect. Alright. During his undead round, I may as well throw out my Dazzling Dance. It's not going to buff my kid, but it will buff my Crawling Claw to be faster than his two other pets, so it's definitely worth using that rather than just switching or anything else. Plus I have Crouch Up. So, Fragment of Desire is down. Fragment of Anger's coming in. Surprised he didn't start with that, but gonna go for damage. He might go for the Soul Rush here, probably will, and then that might stun me. My Racial has been activated, so I'm gonna do a lot of damage with Flurry. I'm not even gonna bother to crouch because if he stuns me, I'm gonna switch out. I probably will go ahead and just switch out here and kill him and then let him kill me. Because this kind of team, you don't really want to do a lot of swapping because the more kind of rounds you waste swapping, the faster their cooldowns come back. So on his undead round, it'll be in my best interest to just Ethereal. Then I'll probably just go for a Haunt. Okay, and he ran off. Cool. Hopefully I don't queue into him again. Those battles aren't particularly fun. I'll play with Rick and Morty next. It's a lot of fun. I do like this team a lot. Because this is the only team that I use Turkey in. And I don't even use the Marionette very much. I should have him in more teams. But, he's kind of one of those lesser used undeads, but he's very strong. Like, he has Bone Barrage, which is very tier 1. Death and Decay is a decoy breaker, if you get it down first. And then he is one of, if not the only, undead with humanoid damage, so that makes him pretty cool. And we're playing up against this guy. I haven't played up against him in forever, but I want to say he might actually run Demolish, just because I remember his name. We'll see. What's he gonna start with? Probably this guy. I'm gonna start with Turkey. Alright, we're even speed. Hopefully I win the coin toss here. I did win the coin toss, so I get my dot on him. Oh, and he's not even running some of the route. Alright, so he's running Sunlight. I'll go ahead and clobber him. Dang it. He won the coin toss. So he'll probably switch out here. I'll throw up an Acid Touch. If he stays in, that'd be not so smart. But if he swaps, then I'll get a dot on one of these two pets. Which I guess actually isn't. In retrospect, that's not a very good strategy because he's just going to Sandstorm or Stone Skin it. But it's okay. If he's just in case he is running Demolish, I'm not going to bring in my Beast quite yet. I'm going to bring in my Marionette. And hopefully I can get out a nice Bone Brush before he throws up a... Oh. Well, this is exactly the matchup I wanted. Hooray for me. Gonna go for a Maraca. Surprise, I have humanoid damage. Oh, he's just going for a lot of healing. That's annoying. That's okay though. Gonna go for another Maraca. Ooh, got a nice crit there. I'm not even gonna bother with dots right now because he does have Emerald Presence. This Dream Whelpling is very strong. I think he's a tier 1 pet. Very, very, very good against Tarot Claws. He's gonna swap here, which means I can go ahead and go for that Bone Barrage. He went for a deflection. That was smart. Gonna go ahead and just go for this. No reason to go for Death and Decay if he's running either. If he uses either of these two abilities, it's just not even gonna touch him. Oh, he got a crit. Is it worth it to go for the Bone Barrage? I don't think so. I'm gonna go for it anyways. If they all land, it's worth it, and only one of them landed. I actually have a really bad matchup against this guy, even though I have my undead out. Because, okay, he is running Crush. Predicting a deflection here, so I'm going to swap into my Moon. He takes weak damage from Crush. There's the deflection. I'm going to just go for damage. I'm not going to bother with crouching or anything right now because since all he has is weak damage, won't be surprised if he swaps. He actually got a miss, which is really important because he can't heal on this round. So I will actually have a very, very good chance to kill him on the next round before he puts up his Sandstorm again. Wouldn't be surprised if he swaps into his terrible turn. Oh, that's not the swap I expected. Well, that's a cool idea. Go ahead and go for a Moonfang. If he starts staying in, if he sets up his Emerald Presence, I am going to go ahead and crouch now since I am expecting some damage coming my way. And now I'm going to go for a Moonfang. Now that I have my crouch down, he would be smart for him to swap into like his Terrible Turnip and just kind of throw out an AoE heal on his team. But he's not doing that yet, so maybe he's just going to go for the heal here and then swap. As soon as he does, I'm kind of in trouble because... he's staying in. It really would be much smarter for him to go for that AoE heal on his lower health pets because this is a very strong healing team. But it looks like he's just going to try to take down my Moon, and he's not quite going to. He's proccing his Racial, but I go first, so I'm going to be able to kill him for sure here. Definitely expect that Terrible Turnip to come in here. I'm assuming he's just running Tidal Wave because Weakening Blow can't actually kill me. I'm just going to go for damage. I don't have quite enough health where crouch is really worth it. He went for the heal right off the bat, which is really good. It does a lot more healing under sunlight, so I'm glad he didn't kind of use the rotation correctly. And he actually got a crit, which kills my Moon. Not terribly important, but it is kind of minorly unfortunate. If he lets me get a dot off on him, that's really good. Because I will just kill him with this Acid Touch. Alrighty, nice. And then I think that I will be able to kill this guy. I'm gonna go for the Clobber. He might deflection it, but that's fine. I just don't want him... Okay, there it is. Should I go for a flank? I think I will, while he doesn't have Sandstorm up. Okay. Now I'm just gonna spam Acid Touch. I have enough health where even though he is obviously very strong against me, I should be able to eventually take down his Anubis Death Idol just by kind of spamming Acid Touch. Ooh, especially if I got a crit. That crit's really good. He might deflection here, but I don't have enough health to kind of risk it. He did. Okay. I mean, that didn't accomplish anything for him, except I guess getting his Sandstorm back earlier. But I just didn't have enough health on my Marionette to kind of risk him going for the deflection and swap into him. So, let me see. A crit or a high hit can kill me, so I just have to go for the clobber, even though it is a 90% hit chance. Thank goodness it landed. He is stunned, so I'll be able to go for a flank here, and then an acid touch to finish him off. He's probably going to deflection here, but it doesn't accomplish anything, just, you know, takes it from a 35 to 36 round battle. Actually, it doesn't even matter because he has the dot on him, so cool. Alrighty, hopefully I don't play against another idol. I'm not a big fan of those battles. Let's see what else we have here. Let's just play with some fun teams. Oh, I saw Roscoe's going for the Kieran Tor Familiar, so I'm really looking forward to that pet spotlight that he's gonna be bringing us. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see what awesome teams he makes with it. He's a lot of fun with any sort of ghostly bite user. Anything that has critter damage goes well because he is, as far as I know, like, if not the only undead, he's definitely the only elemental with rot. Yeah, there's only 2 non-undeads that have rot, and one of them's Willy. So he's a very cool pet, and best of luck in your book farming, Roscoe. I'm really looking forward to seeing you try out the Kieran Tor Familiar. He's not that strong, but he's really cool. Just a super cool pet. And we're going up against this team. Gonna go ahead and start with my Iron Starlet. He does take the weak damage from all of this magic damage, so I'll be able to get a couple one-shots in before dying. He's just gonna go for damage. It's smart, but that was a very low-hitting tail sweep. Oh, it's because he's faster than me. Yeah, it's not just because he's faster. So he's gonna die here, and I'm still at half health, so looking pretty good for Swifty here. Let me see. Oh, he's just going for AoE. That works. Gonna go for my speed increaser. Then I'll be able to get off a wind up before kicking the bucket. Oh, nice crit. That crit actually... Does that let me kill him? No, but it's very close. Like, he's almost dead. So, let me see. Am I faster than him? I am faster than him with my Kieran Tor Familiar, so I will be able to get out a beam. Gonna save my... Ooh, nice crit. Gonna save my Arcane Storm to do full damage under his already present Arcane Storm because it does do extra damage. I'm gonna do that to his... I'd rather have Rot. I'm gonna go for Rot first and then Arcane Storm. Oh, he didn't go for Mana Surge off the bat. That's cool. So I'm gonna get off an Arcane Storm for sure. He already has the Rot debuff on him. And if I win this coin toss, there's... Yeah, I mean, I win. But, like, there's no chance. Okay, so he didn't win the coin toss, but I'll still be fine. I'm going to get this off. He doesn't have his magic racial procced. Sorry, his dragon racial procced. So this won't stun me under Arcane Winds, and it does kill him. Sweet. So there's another win. Pretty interesting queues today. Very, very odd teams. I really want to play with this team. It's so much fun. Like, it's not going to be very strong if I run into triple Nexus Whelplings, but I was inspired to make it whenever I saw Roscoe's Cursed Berman Pet Spotlight video. This is just such a fun usage of the Cursed Berman, because when you see this team, you think it's a Darkness team. You 100% think it's a dark, and actually in this case I would like it for it to be a Darkness team, but it'll be fine. He's probably going to start with his Mechanical Panda and Dragonling. I don't think he's going to start with the Anubis Idol. He might and try to go for the deflection, but I'm just going to go for Shadow Shocks. Ooh, I'd love it if he goes for that deflection right now. That'd make me a happy camper. There's the deflection. Alright. So now I go for a haunt. It's 100% hit chance since the sandstorm is not up. Doesn't do that much damage under sandstorm, even though it is undead versus a humanoid. But it's still just really nice to kind of have that going, especially on a player like this. It's going to punish him for just spamming deflection on cooldown. Now the question is, do I want to bring in this guy? No, I want to bring in this guy. My Spirit Claws without Anzu's Blessing is only a 70% hit chance under Sandstorm. So I'm going to go for I'm just going to go for an Anzu's Blessing that will buff my Haunt damage. It'll buff this to 100%, so I won't be missing. And the nice thing is he's going to heal like he always, deflection like he always does in the next round. So I'm going to be able to heal during that time to full. And meanwhile, he's going to be taking Haunt regardless of whether he uses deflection or not. There's the deflection. Going to hit him hard with the Shadow Talon. The MPD is a huge problem pet. He's going to be really really good against the Dread Hatchling. Not so good against these two pets, but he is definitely a problem child. He's going to finally bring in his dragon, who has that strong damage against me, so I'm a little bit surprised he held off on that for so long. Kind of predict he's not going to go for damage right off the bat, since he likes to kind of do his heals and his setup with Emerald Presence. So until he uses that Emerald Presence, I'm just going to kind of do some damage, or until I get lower. And at this point, I actually can kill him in just 2 more attacks. Am I fast? Yeah, let me risk it. Let me risk going for the damage. I didn't quite kill him, so that's okay. I'm going to swap now. Probably would have been better for me not to let him activate his racial like that. But I really think it'll be okay, because I'm just going to bring this guy in, heal up my Dread Hatchling a little bit, as well as my Wicked Soul. He's going to heal because he's so low. Like, there's no way he's going to go for damage, so I don't have to worry about him burning down my Wicked Soul. Whoopsies. Alrighty. He might refresh Emerald Presence. He might swap. We'll see. I'm going to predict he's just going to go for damage, so... let me see. I'm just going to go for a Haunt. See what he does. It's kind of smart for him to just refresh that Emerald Presence. It's really pesky for me to deal with. He went for damage, so that's pretty good. He's going to go for his heals and stuff soon. So I'm going to kind of discourage that by bringing this guy in, throwing up my heal right off the bat so that he can't proc his racial. Oh, he still hits so very hard. Going to go for this Anzu's Blessing. He's going to go for his Emerald Presence. It's good. This might actually kill him because it hits 25% harder. Oh, not quite. And that means he's going to get a big heal. But this one still might kill him. We'll see. No, not quite. So he's probably going to kill me here. It's a coin toss. And he won the coin toss. But that's okay. It's okay. This guy's really not very useful against the MPD, and his Anubisath Idol is low enough that I'm not really terribly worried about him. I'm actually going to bring this guy in just for that one round of 100% hit chance with Anzu's Blessing. He's going to bring in his MPD. That's nice. I'm glad to kind of get some strong damage into him. Don't want to swap. Yeah, I'll swap. Not that I have a decoy breaker here, but I do kind of have a heal to throw out for the Thunderbolt. Kind of predicting a swap, so I want to break that decoy as fast as possible. I don't want him to be able to swap into his Anubisath Idol and kind of get off a Sandstorm before I have a chance to go for a... This guy does not like to swap. Gonna throw out that heal here, and then go into a Haunt. Almost certainly, that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, since he didn't swap, I will go into a Haunt. Getting that Haunt onto his MPD is really strong, because that MPD is my biggest enemy. Not that these two pets are weak, but I've already gotten them low enough where my two undeads should do fine against them. Gonna go for a Prowl here. I actually don't know if Prowl buffs my Haunt. Pretty sure it doesn't. It doesn't. But it does buff my Spirit Spikes, which he's certainly going to go for Thunderbolt because it's off cooldown on the next round. So that Thunderbolt is going to activate his Racial, because Spirit Spikes does 150% extra damage under Prowl. Alright, Racial activated, and if this lands, he's dead. I love the Cursed Bourbon for that right there. It's definitely not working as intended, because you keep your Prowl buff while still getting... Like you're supposed to lose your Prowl buff after the next attack. And Spirit Spikes kind of counts as an attack, but it doesn't count as an attack where it, kind of removes your Prowl buffs. So you get the 150% extra damage for the Reflect, but you still maintain it for your next actual attack. Oh, please land. There we go. Got it to land. And then killing the Anubis Idol should be pretty easy money. This just hits really hard. Went for the Spirit Spikes, which is awesome for me because every time... Sorry, he went for the Deflection, which is awesome for me because that means that my Spirit Spikes is coming off cooldown faster and faster. I'm going to go ahead and go for that Spirit Spikes. If I go for a Prowl and then he attacks me on the next round, he's just going to kill himself to Spirit Spikes. I'm not sure why he's taking so long, because he does only have one move available. Alrighty, so as long as he lands this next attack, he's just straight up dead. Yep, it's so hard. Alrighty, so there's another win against the Idol. Let's see, let's play one more team, but I want something that's pretty good against... I'm gonna play with Bubbles. I love Squirky. Squirky's so much fun. Ooh, Monster Energy's a lot of fun. So much fun. I love that team. I love this team so much. Yeah, I'll go ahead and queue with it. It's just, man, it's just three of my favorite pets. Love the Wicked Soul. He's so good against humanoids. There isn't a humanoid that's good against him. Squirky's really good. Even if I run into an Anubis Idol, having Squirky will be nice because pretty sure he will actually 1v1 an Anubis Idol. Not accounting for misses under Sandstorm, like assuming everything lands, he should probably 1v1 an Anubis Idol no problem. And if you can't 1v1 him, no problem, 2v1 him by throwing up a Haunt onto the Idol and then bringing in your Squirky to kind of stun him, prevent him from healing. Bubble, keep on preventing him from healing. Hit him with some fish slaps, which might not hit that hard, but it's a pretty even battle between the Idol and Squirky. And if you have a dot ticking on the Idol, like a Haunt, then you should be able to barely come out on top. And then you have the Alpine Foxling, which really brings these two together, because if you run into a lot of undeads, he's gonna Squirky's gonna struggle against. Your Alpine Foxling really does very good. You have your Crouch to mitigate damage. Dazzling Dance just to buff the Squirky speed up to where he's really quite a monster. Once he has his speed up, it's pretty dangerous going up against him. Let's see if there's any other teams I want to play instead of this, since the queue's taking a minute. I could try like a tier 1 team, but like, oh wait, what was this? MPD Clone Dance. Oh, I never even played that team. I remember I made an MPD Clone Dance because I got mad at somebody for, I think it was like a Wisp or something. It was like a Wisp and then a Stardust or something. It was a bunch of magic pets, and I was having a lot of trouble using Clone Dance against them. And the MPD really kind of ties a Clone Dance together well, but then I never even queued. So, oh, I think I saw Gomrath trying out this team. It's so powerful. Like, yeah, I think he said it went 20-0 for him. I don't play most of these teams very often. even though they are very strong, and I know they're strong. You only kind of have to know what you're doing to realize it's a tier 1 team, and then I throw it on this oh yeah, I threw this one on tier 1, so that's a new team. I don't know if I had anti-clone dance in my kind of list that I created for y'all to copy and paste, but this is a really fun team. I can't wait to do a pet spotlight or a team spotlight on it. It is anti-clone dance, so that's what it's designed for, but it's also really, really, really strong against any other kind of thing. I've gone 14-2 with it. I think one of those 2 was a draw, but I bowed out because there's no reason to steal a win from somebody when it's just going to be a draw from you kind of getting a revenge kill with your undead. And then, yeah, classic dev bot I added. Have I added any other teams here? Oh, wait. I need to get all of my orphan fellbat. That's such a cool pet. Such a cool pet. Did I make any tier 1 teams with the orphan fellbat? Orphan fellbat. Come on. I just need one more. I just need one more battle to round off this video. That's not really tier 1. None of these are really tier 1. Yeah, they're all just fun teams. This one's pretty close to tier 1. But, really the only way you're gonna have a tier 1 team is throwing like a Tarot Claw and a Wicked Soul with Orphan Fellbat, or throwing any sort of Sunlight user, because that's just unbeatable without a Weather Changer, or like, I don't even know. I don't know what you can do besides changing the weather. Like, as long as the team's played right, of course. It's really strong. That Drain Blood. That Drain Blood does 10% damage equal to 10% of maximum health. I'm pretty sure it ignores shields, but I might be wrong about that. So like Shell Shield, I'm pretty sure it just does a flat 10%. It can be blocked by Decoy and, you know, Soul Shield, or what's that thing? Soul Ward. Can get blocked by, like, blocks, but, you know, damage mitigations like Crouch or Shell Shields don't affect it, because it's just a flat 10% damage. Where'd it go? It's just a flat 10% of maximum health, and under Sunny Day, your enemy's maximum health, as well as yours, is buffed by like 50%, some obnoxious amount. So that 10% is actually more like 15% of their regular maximum health. And not only does it heal for 300% of the health drained, it heals for about 400%, because all of your healing is buffed by 25%. So what's 25% of 300? It's like 75, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's 75. So, yeah, it's 375% of their regular maximum health. No, more than that, because, yeah, it's just such an insane heal. So, alright, fun team to go up against here. Looks pretty strong. Kind of predicting the Valk will open. So I'm going to open with my Wicked Soul. I have a really strong matchup against this guy. I just have to haunt him. Then I can bring in Squirky. I can stun him. I can bubble. I can crouch if I want to be, you know, sneaky. Alrighty. Stun's going to come out first. Gonna hit him with a Fish Slap next. Nice crit. Oh, that double crit, that's rough, because I already have a really strong matchup against this guy. So getting a double crit like that kind of isn't fair. Yeah, I don't blame him for leaving. I'm gonna do another battle Kind of would like a rematch because getting crits like that is just too good. Like, I already had a ridiculously good matchup against his team. And so, getting like a crit with my fish slap and a crit with my haunt while he can't hit me. Yeah, I don't blame him for running. That was kind of some BS RNG I had going for me. So we'll try to get a better last game. Alrighty, we are getting that rematch. I'm gonna still start with my Wicked Soul, and against both of these, and no matter who he brings in, I will still be able to get off my haunt first. He's gonna go for the Bright Wing, which is pretty interesting. I will be able to get that haunt off first, but that's not smart of him to save his unborn Valkyr. Very smart. What would actually be really cool is if he like swaps into his Valk right here, and then he can try to haunt me, but it still wouldn't work that well. I'm actually slower than him with Squirky, so I'm going to probably bring in my Alpine Foxling. I'm going to go ahead and crouch, since I kind of predict he's going to stay in. People don't like to swap out with dots on them. So I'm going to throw out my Dazzling Dance. I'm predicting he has Life Exchange, since he hasn't used his dodge yet. So I'm going to bring in Squirky. I'll be able to avoid that Life Exchange forever. I'm going to go ahead and stun him here. Could probably be a little cheeky, go for damage first. But I'm going to play it extra safe, basically just never let him get that Life Exchange off, no matter what he does. I'm expecting a swap here, 100%.
Cheap shot.
If he stays in, Squirky's just going to take him out. Maybe this guy might be a little bit of a newer pet battler. They sometimes don't know you can swap by hitting your 4 button. But that's okay. Gonna go for that bubble here in case the Life Exchange is coming at me, and there it is. Yep, alrighty. So now I blocked his heal, and that would have been a really ugly Life Exchange. Like, that would have hurt a lot. So I'm gonna go for a fish slap here. And I got another crit. This poor guy is so unlucky. I'm sorry, bro. And I still have my bubble up for one more hit. Alrighty. Don't have a stun or anything up, so I'm probably just gonna go for my Wicked Soul here. There's the Curse of Doom. Can't do much about it, but what I can do is I can kind of stall out when it'll hit me. Take it from 4 rounds to kind of 8 rounds by haunting, because that's really unfortunate. Well, I don't think I've ever actually caught that glitch on tape, but that is the haunt glitch. The haunt glitch that induces so much rage. It's really unfortunate. Basically, if both of you haunt on the same move, whoever goes first haunts the enemy. I want to play a team that doesn't have a gimmick in it. Doesn't have a gimmick win. So basically, like you saw, I haunted him, and then he haunted me on the next round. Second. And for some reason, what that does is I come back to life, and he just straight up dies. Doesn't even activate his racial. He's just straight up gone, erased off the map. He doesn't even exist anymore. It's really a weird glitch, and I have no idea why it does that. But that's the very common haunt glitch. The other one is the one that Andre and... Ooh, fun. Is this the power? No, it's why can't I see the breed? That's weird. Bambi of Doom. That's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name. I wonder if he's been watching Roscoe. That Gleamhoof fawn is really fun, cool pet. So, kind of expecting an opener with a Nubisath idol. I'm gonna go with my Wicked Soul. Oh, Bambi of Doom. He's gonna be able to out-heal my haunt damage. Not out-heal, but like basically take no damage from it by throwing up Nature's Ward. There's the Nature's Ward. And here we go. Got a crit right off the bat. This is my lucky day. This is kind of ridiculous. Can't stun him. Take weak damage with Squirky though. As far as speed goes, I am faster than him, so in case he does have that headbutt coming my way, I'm gonna bubble. Can't stun him because he's a critter, by the way. He's thinking. He's gonna go for that, which tells me he's probably running the heal. Either that or he knows I have the bubble. The bubble. So I'm gonna go for a fish slap. It actually would be better for me if he's running Nature's Ward, because then my fish slap would hit him extra hard because he'd be an elemental type. Okay, so there's the heal. This guy likes his heals, but it's not an annoying enough team where I think I need to bring out a darkness team to beat it. This team should do fine. I have healing on my humanoid and on my wicked soul, so he's gonna bring in his Ido. Might go for a deflection right off the bat. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go for the clobber right off the bat. So, here's the clobber. He can't do anything about it since he doesn't have his deflection up. I still have a round of bubble up. So, I'm going to be able to get damage into him while he's stunned. More damage into him. He's finally going to break my bubble, and then my bubble's going to be back. He's going to swap out. Okay. Let me see. My bubble's almost back, so I'm just going to keep doing damage with Squirky. His playstyle is really going to be punished, because he likes to kind of use his heals and then swap around, or his cooldowns, his avoidance, whatever he wants to do, and then swap. And unfortunately, my bubble has no limit. Like, it will literally go on forever until he breaks it. So, I'm invincible if he's with this kind of playstyle that he has, because I just throw up my bubble, and then he has to attack me twice, and he doesn't have a bubble breaker, so I'm just going to go for damage here. I could stun him, but I'm predicting a heal. Okay, going to go for damage here. There's a crit. That's really good for me. Let me see. I'm going to go for a stun. There's the Nubisath Idol. I'm going to swap out here into my Wicked Soul. Bait the deflection with a Shadow Shock, because that's what I'm quite sure he'll do. Oh, he's going to bring in Bambi of Doom. In that case, I am going to bring in my Haunt here. He's going to be able to heal up his Dream Whelpling back up to about 70% health, and then a Healing Flame will top him off. So that's a little annoying, but I'm doing work to his Bambi. So once his Bambi's gone, he's in a bad position, and he does weak damage to my humanoid, so I don't have to worry about not having any defenses up right now, because I'm just gonna hit him. That Haunt is matched by the Tranquility, but basically he's doing no damage to me, so I'm coming out on top here for sure. It's gonna bring in his Idol here with a Tranquility up. I don't have any cooldowns available for him, but I will have my and he went for a deflection when I had no cooldowns. If you're one of my viewers, get Derangement's Pet Battle cooldowns. You can see when I have my cooldowns available, because I didn't have Clobber or Bubble available, so it would have been a great time to go for damage, because I didn't have anything I could do about it. Can go for damage here. Probably going to swap into his Dream Whelpling. He likes to do that. I don't think he'll swap into his Fawn. He's just too low health. Looks like he's just going to stay. No, okay. Well, Bambi's dead. So he can't put out any more of those AoE heals. So the only heals he has left is his Humanoid Racial and his Healing Flame. He likes to set up with his Emerald Presence and usually heal first. So I'm not even going to bother with my bubble yet. I'm just going to do some damage. He's going to set up his Emerald Presence almost certainly here. Now I'm going to throw out my bubble since he wants to attack here. I'm going to have my Clobber available right before he can get his heal off, so Squirky should be able to take out his Dream Whelpling. No heal for you. After he gets stunned, he'll probably swap into his Idol, but that's fine with me. If he stays in, I'll be able to kill him with Squirky, almost certainly. Okay, so there's the Idol. He likes to deflection on cooldown, so I'm going to bring in my Wicked Soul. Yeah, there's the deflection. That's such a bad strategy. Like, it's super easy for me to counter since I know he's just going to use deflection on cooldown. Gonna go for the haunt here, since he can't deflection it. Deflection's a great ability, like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But if you just use it on cooldown, then, I mean, I can see when it's on cooldown. I'm gonna use my entire strategy around when is your deflection not available. And it's kind of like a kick in actual PvP. It's like a kick. If you never use your kick, that's actually one of the strongest ways to use it, is you always have it available, so a healer or a caster is just going to fake cast themselves to death. And that's what I would basically have to do here, is he's just going to deflection, so I'm just not going to use my clobber. Is, you know, I'm kind of fake casting by using just a basic attack instead of, you know, one of my cooldowns, like my my bubble here. I'm not going to use stun because it has a 90% hit chance. But, you know, your deflection's a lot like a kick in that sense, where if you never use it, you always have available. I'm probably not going to go for haunt, at least with my play style. I'm probably not, because, you know, you could always use deflection and block it, and you'll kind of psych me out by doing that. But if you just use it on cooldown, you know, you don't have your, you know, your avoidance. I don't know, it can be really good, but if you're playing against an experienced player, it just makes it really easy for me to counter you. Alrighty, so Squirky MVP. And whoever thought that the idol, never mind, this idol was played terribly. But still, I still stand by Squirky's way better than an idol. And I think that he should, even against a well-played idol, he should still be able to come out on top, especially if you do have strong undead damage on your team to kind of back up your Squirky. And so that's Monster Energy. I love that team. It's super fun. I'm honestly going to have to go ahead and put that one in. I'm going to have to retire it, because it's so good. Like, this team is really, really strong. Where is it? Stop hiding. Your fate is inevitable. Monster Energy. I'm going to have to retire it to tier 1. This is such a good team. Like, this is probably, like I said before, the best team you can use with Squirky, because it just has so much kind of synergy and coverage of different kinds of abilities, and it's just really strong. So I'm going to have to retire it to the tier 1 tab. That doesn't mean I'm never going to play it, but it means I'm probably not going to use it much in videos anymore. I might do one less, like, team spotlight on it, because it is such a fun team. But just so y'all know, I am adding this to my tab. These are my teams right now, and I might go back and do another, like, kind of, because I should be hitting 100 subscribers soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. Once I do that, I'll probably kind of just release another copy of my entire tier 1 teams with some of my newer teams. Also, just so you all know, I am going to be replacing my Bone Serpent, my health with speed, because health was better in WoD. The reason for that is the meta was so much AoE damage that if you didn't have a lot of health on your team, you were just gonna lose. There was nothing you could do, because it was all FOA, Graves, MPD, or Fossilized Hatchling, Graves, MPD, or double MPD, Graves, or what was that stupid one that beat me so much? Oh man, that beat me so much. The Alteric Brew Pup, Graves, MPD. That was so strong, because basically what he did is he just good stuffed his. He threw out that huge heal on his other two super overpowered pets. He had Avalanche, which was broken at the time. It only did had a 4-round cooldown, and it just hit so hard. and he could just use bark to keep you from killing him. It was really strong. So it was just so much AoE. All that to say, it was a ton of AoE. So having the health Bone Serpent was by far the best in WoD. But in Legion, having health was not that strong. It's nice, you don't want to use all like 1,300, 1,200 health pets. But having speed is where it's at. Having speed and having some power is where it's at. And Bone Serpent hits hard, so you don't have to worry about that for your breed. So power speed is fun, but it's a little bit gimmicky because even though it is the hardest hitting, you just don't need to hit that hard. You already hit hard enough. It's certainly good. Power speed, very solid. But speed is by far the best breed of the Bone Serpent in the Legion meta because after you kill a Bone Serpent, or sorry, after you hit a Terror Claw below its racial, and he's at 260 speed instead of 390, the speed Bone Serpent will be faster than him, and that alone is just why you need a speed. So, and now I have all health, Bone Serpents in these tier 1 teams, but I am going to replace them all with speed before I release the second copy because yeah, it's way better. Unfortunately, I actually do have a speed leveled. I forgot I did because I never use them. But yeah, other than that, these are my teams. I don't think anything else will change. All of these are pretty much your best breeds that you could ever use. Yeah, especially in a team like this where you have some slower pets, having a speed Bone Serpent is going to be so much better. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, Linica signing off. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.